This is a Riva 86 Domino. It's a 2012 and it's got a couple of very unusual and interesting features. It's a fascinating boat anyway. It's absolutely beautiful. The colour scheme and the styling of this is fantastic. In fact, I'm going to overlay a photograph so you can see it, because you can't see it to its full effect in here. But where it gets interesting is here, because the original owner of this boat was a wheelchair user. He needed to get wheelchair access, and that's what this does. This will raise up and down, it'll swivel, it's all powered. And what you can do is you can bring this right down so it's on the dock, bring a wheelchair onto here. It then lifts up completely flat and the wheelchair will roll along these outer sections. Obviously with this parallel with the boat, it'll then just roll straight on. And there's more interesting accessibility on the inside, which I'll show you. Let's step on board. There's a garage down here, we're going to show you that. But I want to show you on here first of all. So yeah, this basically, it swivels here. So with this straight, you can roll all the way in, which for the first owner was necessary and just worked brilliantly, allowed him to carry on using his beautiful yacht. So this is a raised seating area out here out in the sunshine. You've also then got this area down here, which is kind of a bit more under the overhang. And then we're going to head on inside. And then this sliding door here brings us into this gorgeous saloon area. How cozy does that look? I love the colour schemes on these. Now we're at a boat show and there's a lot of preparation going on, as you can see. So excuse the fact there's various coolers and other things lying around the place. As I say, we're very much at an event today, but it's not going to stop us having a really thorough look around this yacht. Now this is what's interesting, because this, would you believe, is an elevator. So the top opens, you can come round, you can bring a wheelchair onto it and it lowers it straight down into the owner's cabin. And I'll show you the other side of that when we go down onto the lower deck. But that is, again, custom feature, but you'd think that, well, you wouldn't know it was there, would you? Basically, if you didn't know what it was, you just assume that was a bit of storage or whatever else. I think that's very clever. We've got huge TV here. We're going to head on forward, side access out onto the side decks. Helm position is up here. Galley's down on the other side. We'll look at that in a moment. But yeah, this is where you can helm the boat from. So you've got the multifunction displays, they're covered up at the minute. Switch gear across here, autopilot, thruster controls, throttle controls, all that kind of stuff. And then the view out like so. Very impressive. In fact, that looks like a blind there that comes back, so you can bring that back like this one to get a much bigger opening. They brought that over just to get a bit of shade on it, obviously, which makes sense. Yeah, you can see the tracks for it there, look. Cool, okay, let's press on down to the lower deck. And I think we'll head forward and then we'll work our way back. Feel how big this yacht is when you come down here, can't you? VIP cabin is up here in the bow. I just love the colours in here. It's so muted and classy. It's not kind of old school, you know, wood everywhere. It's not new school, pale, you know, slightly cheap finishes everywhere. It's just classy. Absolutely classy. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Love the lighting in here as well. That's all very nicely done. It's all on dimmers. It's dimmed down a bit at the minute. So you get a nice warm glow from that. This is obviously hanging lockers and that kind of thing is in around. Places like this, you've got blinds. You can just see the porthole in behind the blind there. And then there's a hatch up above as well. More storage over there. A bit more AV equipment. And of course an ensuite. All the cabins are ensuite in this one. And this is the ensuite for this boat. So toilet, the sink, and a rather nice shower area with a rain shower. Brilliant. Okay, so that is your VIP guest. If we come back a bit further, we've got another really nice double cabin on this side. Look at this. That's a great size, isn't it? Again with the portholes, they open, so if you want a bit of ventilation through here, you can have it. Of course, you've got air conditioning as well. We've got storage in behind here. So big hanging locker like that. And then we've got the heads tucked away in here. Again, it's a good size, isn't it? No sense of compromise. You consider this as quite a sporty looking sub 100 foot yacht. It's still giving you that no compromise feel in here. Love this lighting. Superb. Okay, that's that cabin. If we cross over, we'll find another one is just back here, and 2 singles in this one. Again with those very muted colours. It's a classy job, isn't it? Very classy job. It's cozy and it speaks of quality, I think. I love these portholes. They're proper old school ship's porthole style, aren't they? Fantastic. Hanging wardrobe in this one is here, like so, and then we've got ensuite in here. I think the other door might be open because this is also the day heads. I don't want to bang the doors, bear with. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's come around this side. So this is the same one, I'll show you from the other side. Toilet, basin, rainfall shower, and that door I was about to open is that one, which is why I didn't want to clank it into that door there. So that's back into the cabin that we were just in. So this can be either a day heads, which means that people can come and use it without going into any cabins, or at night it's ensuite straight through to that cabin 4. Look at the way these have all got Riva embossed on them. It's so nice. And then if we head on aft, this is the owner's cabin. How nice is that? Really good size, full width of the boat of course. If you bring this right over here, you can see just what a big footprint that has. As I say, it's a sporty boat, but there is no sense of compromise down here, is there? That's just beautiful. If we come around here then, ensuite, toilet, basins, you know the drill, and then the shower down there. And you might wonder, well, okay, where does that lift go to? Well, I'll show you. Now, I mentioned it was the original owner that had that lift put in, and it's here. The current owner doesn't require it, and so therefore what they've done is fitted this out with shelving so that this is currently being used just as a massive locker in here. But it is just a case of undoing some screws and taking this out, and then you've got that active again, and that is that wheelchair access. You can see the buttons for it here. So that's a proper elevator. And if we come back here, you've got the very wide entranceway into here, so that a wheelchair can come straight on into here. And in fact, this has been put in with the glass screens here, but originally it's had a curtain for the same reason. It meant you could literally go right in and right through into the shower as well. So again, for somebody who needed that access, that could be reconfigured very easily. But for this owner, because they had the glass panels or shower doors, whatever, put in there. But that's brilliant, isn't it? And it shows just what can be done. You know, if you do need that access, people often say, well, you know, if you're disabled, how could you possibly manage on these boats? Well, it can be done, and that's how this one is configured. Brilliant. Okay, plenty more to look at. We've got crew area to look at, engine space to look at, deck areas to look at, and of course the galley, we've not seen that. So let's come around here. And if we take a turn around, there's those lift buttons again, you can see. So that is with the top opened up and that opened up, how you would access that. Another side door here, the helm we saw, this is the galley down here. So tucked away, back down on this deck, and we've got the basins, we've got cooking, obviously, dishwasher, oven, all that sort of stuff is all tucked away down here, and refrigeration is over here. But as I say, an area very much in use. So we'll keep going. Right, let's go and have a look around the outside. And to do that, I think we'll go this way. Yes, we will go this way because I want to show you the flybridge. So, let's slide that one open. Close it behind us. We'll take in the flybridge first of all. So it's very much the sort of sports coupe style, and yet there is still this area up here. It's almost invisible from the outside of the boat because this lowers down, and you can see how low and sleek it is. And the whole point of that is to maintain that very sleek coupe styling, and yet you do have this lovely external position, so you can helm the boat from here. You've got more sunbathing up here, just as another area, really for free, because You're not losing the styling by having it, but you are gaining the space that this gives you. Back here, navigation kit, so the satellite domes, the radar, nav lights, antenna, all that sort of stuff is out here at the back. And if we wander up here, you can see what a tremendous view you get looking out over the bow. Look at that. That's a sleek looking machine, isn't it? Let's go and have a look up there. I love this colour. It's, I don't know, kind of hard to describe. It's almost like a copper colour with black accents. It does look spectacular.
Hey Clay,
okay,
what did they say to you about the ice?
back down here, and then we will loop on round, head on forward. I think I mentioned we're at a fairly busy show at the minute, so there's a few people about, but they are giving us carte blanche on this one, so we're able to show you everything. Look how sleek this is. It's a really good looking boat. So up here on the bow, we've got another very nice social area. Check that out. Table unfolds, and you've got the walkways up to it here with a non-slip, so you just step on here and walk up and through. But again, because they haven't put sort of, you know, dropped it down and made walkways here, you don't lose the look of the boat. The styling remains intact from the outside, but to access it is dead easy because you just step up onto here and walk through. And then you're sort of, you know, in this area, but it's low profile. Do you see what I mean? So the look of it, if we look at the boat next door, it's not dissimilar. When you come down to sort of the normal height, it all but disappears. Because, you know, it's an Italian boat, it's about styling. But they've managed to keep it practical too, which is quite a feat. Look at this beautiful woodwork against this gorgeous, I don't know if copper is the right colour, it's like a sort of metallic, I don't know. It's nice though, it's really, really nice. And it's very Riva, as is all this beautiful stainless steel work in places like this. That looks great. Okay, let's come right up to the bow. Twin anchors on this one, which is nice. The twin windlass is there. We can go back down that way, but we're not going to because that chap is cleaning. So we'll come back down the way that we came. There's a couple of people over there now, but it's pretty much the same as this on both sides. Look at this moulding they've put around here. It just looks so good. This is this side door that we mentioned. There's one of these on either side, so you can route through the boat nice and easily. And then the last thing to talk about is crew areas, engine areas, garage. Okay, so for that we want to come over here, lift this chap up. We've got a walkway then down here. If we unbolt it, there we are, that would help. There we go. So what we have down here then, well, there's a heads first of all, in through here, and there's a shower in there as well. And if we come on round, we've got a mess area here. What's quite interesting is they put this extra shelving in, but what's neat is if we look underneath, you can see it's hinged. So if you've got people wanting to sit right into the corner there, you can get rid of that, just drop it flat. And if we come right the way across, laundry facilities are here, crew cabins are here. Where's the light switch? I reckon I can't find it. Where's that gone? I thought I had it then. Why isn't that working? Ah, there we go. We've done a mirror wave. So yeah, 2 single beds in that one, and then on the other side it's not in use at the minute, but they're using it for laundry and that kind of thing. You've got 2 single beds in there as well, exactly the same kind of deal. And they share that toilet that we saw as we came down the bottom of the steps. And then from here, we've got some of the switch gear down here. Control system from the boat can be monitored from here as well, which is very handy. A little bit of cooking facilities. And then through here is engine access. Check these bad boys out. Now she's a sporty looking boat, so she needs sporty performance, and these engines will give you exactly that, because what you're looking at here is a pair of MTU 16V2000 M93 engines, 4,235 horsepower each, top speed mid-30s, so about 36 knots I think I was told. She'll cruise there for at 30, and that is tramping on for an 86-foot boat. Range, you're looking getting up towards 400 miles at high speeds, as ever. Drop it back to displacement speeds, you'll get an awful lot further. You'll double, maybe even triple that range. You can come right on back through here. We're under the tender garage here, but it's still actually pretty good access. And you can see then we've got things like, I'm pretty sure that's the water maker there at the back. And then you can see these MPUs from this end, like so. It's a meaty thing, isn't it? Got the power to match the looks. Generator, emergency access, huge vents, camera system in here as well. Nice, very, very nice. Okay, last thing to talk about then is the tender garage. Let's come back out of here. Close that one behind me. And then we'll loop on around, little cooker in there. Back up, back out, and then our access to the garage is back here. So if we head down here now, you'll see that the garage has been opened, and I can show you what's inside. You can see also how this stern passerelle or gangway or walk-on, how that actually works. So if we come right on down, so that basically is on a hydraulic ram and it swivels around, as you can see. And then this is the garage. Now at the minute it's configured for jet skis, so you've got a jet ski ramp here and a jet ski ramp here. Obviously you could reconfigure that for a tender if you preferred. On this particular one, because they're not using both of them for jet skis, they've added some shelving in here, so at the minute you wouldn't get a jet ski into this side. Obviously if you wanted to put two in, you just unbolt the shelving and take it out. And as I say, if you wanted to have a tender instead, well obviously you could reconfigure it for that as well. But that is a pretty decent space, isn't it? Very good. Okay, let's come back out of there. Head on back up here. And I think I am going to finish up right here and say massive thanks to Allied Marine. They organised this tour, they've got this beauty for sale. I'll put a link to those guys in the description, and huge thanks as ever to you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of that one, and we'll catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye bye.